welcome back to Staying in Tune, man. I'm Eli. I got Brandon here, and you're not important today, Brandon. I'm sorry.
Hey, that's a little rude, man, but I can understand why you're saying that today.
Because we got somebody way better than you.
That's
sitting
right.
next to me. His name's Lane. How's it going, man?
Not bad, dude.
That's good.
My first ever podcast. A little nervous, a little bit.
A little nervous, dude? You should not be.
No, it's fine.
You should not be.
It's a chill time around here.
This Brandon guy sets the standard real low.
I don't know, man. I've heard the reputation with the 20 questions.
Dude, it's brutal. You can't do it.
Do I need to bring the drafts back into this, man?
Oh, man.
We're not talking about the drafts. What we're really talking about right now is if you got $500 for every second you stayed in a microwave, how long would you stay in it?
How do you guys feel about this?
Dude, I would stay in there for time.
Would you?
Yeah, so microwaves, right?
Right.
They cook you inside out.
Yeah.
Or they cook food inside out.
Right.
Right? Because microwaves.
Science.
Right, science and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
we're a science podcast. We talked about mermaids on here.
Okay.
We are a science podcast.
We are a science podcast. We really dove into mermaid talk.
Not a fact podcast, a science podcast.
I must have missed that one.
Hey, we got some homework.
I guess, dude.
Anyway, so I feel like, right, if I put a piece of pizza in a microwave for like 5 seconds, it's not getting cooked at all. So I can definitely survive 5 seconds.
Wait, it's every second you get?
Every second you stay in there, you get $500.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like to warm up a piece of pizza takes like 15 seconds to get something noticeable, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm saying 15 seconds. And if like something happens to me, like I'm gonna get a superpower. Like that's what's gonna happen.
Radio man.
Yeah. That'd be sweet, actually.
What would your power be, though?
Heat up pizza
That's it? Only pizza?
and food and drink
Okay.
without using a microwave, dude. I am the microwave.
I mean, if someone thought of the name Radio Man, I don't think they would think about heating up food.
That's true.
I'm not Radio Man. He's not the person naming me.
Okay.
He's not my comic author, dude. Not this guy. How much money is that, though? If I'm staying in for 15 seconds times 500, 15 times 5 is big number, dude.
I got you. Let's look this
Hit
up.
the
15
Google
times 15 times 500.
7,500.
Yeah, 7,500.
Boom.
That's pretty good. That's
good
that's
money.
fast too.
That's
15
cash.
seconds, 7,500.
Right?
15 seconds.
I like that.
You know what? I might just stay in there forever until I die. And just like,
until you, like...
in my will, just give it off to my family.
There you go. I mean, that's generous, I think.
Selfless.
I did a little research on this coming in.
Oh, really?
Oh,
So I
wow.
looked it up.
See, science podcast.
I looked up how dangerous a microwave is for people.
Okay.
They think, whoever they is, I looked this up into Google, so
Probably science
lots
people.
of good science people, yeah. Any longer than 30 seconds, you ain't living.
So 30
That's what
seconds.
I came to discover. So to be safe, I'm going 20 seconds.
To be safe, you're dead at 30.
You're calling it.
30's dead. So if I go 20
He's dead at
seconds,
30.
if I go 20 seconds, I'm still doing pretty good. How much is that?
You're
now?
2/3 dead.
I'll come out all right.
You're like
Man,
a blob at that point, dude.
Dude, I'm making $10,000 right now.
But is that worth being 10 seconds away from death? And probably a really bad sunburn?
Eli's 15 seconds away from death.
Yeah,
What's
but
the difference,
I
man? I
guess-
might as
I
well take
guess.
some extra cash.
I guess. You're probably going to have to pay 10 grand for the medical bill, though.
that's a good point. I didn't think of that.
I'm still going
okay.
20 seconds, too.
For sure. Let's go. I knew it.
Why are you guys going 20 seconds? I thought 15 was psychotic.
Yeah, but, if you're in there for 15 seconds, you might as well just stay for another 5. Because you said, 5 seconds is, you barely notice
But then,
it.
if you're in there for 25, I might as well stay to 30, but now I'm
No,
dead.
yeah.
I might as well stay for another 5, but now I'm dead.
I got to be honest. I don't know that it's healthy to be in there for even 1 second.
Oh,
I bet.
it's probably got,
No,
long term.
I don't think, 1 second? 1 second.
I don't know, man.
That literally does nothing to, if I put a pepperoni slice in there, that pepperoni slice unchanged after a second.
I agree and somewhat disagree. Here's why. I think it depends on what you have in the microwave.
It's me. Or a piece of pizza.
All right. I made some janky s'mores once. Put my marshmallows in the microwave. I discovered real quick, about 2 seconds in there, that marshmallow is all gooey.
2 seconds, huh?
That's fast.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
2 seconds, and the marshmallow turned
It goes, dude. It goes. So if you put that in there for 30 seconds, it's like exploding all over the walls inside.
But why? Because I warmed up my coffee this morning in the microwave.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it took it was in there for 45 seconds.
Right.
To get it to my temperature. How are you melting a marshmallow in 2?
I don't know, man. It's something about the science stuff, the makeup of it.
I mean, if you think about it, coffee is probably more complicated than marshmallows, and we're more complicated than coffee, so we can stay in there longer.
This is a good point.
But my coffee survived to 45, and he's saying we can't survive past 30.
Someone's wrong here. Maybe you just have a really high tolerance to heat.
Me personally?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
Sure. I'll take it.
How fast is it going to take if I'm in the microwave? How fast is it going to take for my blood to start boiling?
I don't know. What's your patience level like?
Ooh.
What do I have to say to you to get your blood to boil?
It's not. I'm talking literally here, man.
Hand him a headset.
I'm talking. My blood is getting so hot it starts boiling.
The people in this podcast that are listening don't understand, but we sat here for 5 minutes because Brandon doesn't have a pair of headphones to wear. He usually borrows mine, but Lane's borrowing my headphones right now. So Brandon was using this cheap middle school type of middle school computer lab type of pair of headphones, and it wouldn't fit. It wouldn't connect to our system properly, so he was sitting here cussing out the system in the headphones for 5 minutes. It was the best.
Man, his blood was definitely boiling there. He's definitely equivalent to a 10-second microwave trip.
Dude, we're all good now. I'm fine. I'm fine.
So here's my next. My next thing with the microwave, right?
All right.
Is you would need a big microwave to put your whole body in it. Would it be a mega wave at that point instead of a microwave?
I get what you're saying.
Would the waves be different?
Would it take longer to affect you since there's a bigger space?
Right, that's what I'm saying. Or am I chopping my body up, putting it in a blender, putting it in the microwave, and then reassembling it?
Well, then
that sounds counterproductive.
I was gonna say that.
I think a large scale microwave is still just a microwave. Because that's what it uses to cook stuff with.
It's a
mega
microwave.
Mega microwave.
That's
not
gonna be my superhero name.
Mega microwave.
Yeah, I'm mega microwave
Man.
Mega microwave man.
MMM.
What's your superhero outfit looking like?
Giant
M&Ms. Giant M&Ms. M&M with an M&M. Which way? I don't know.
True.
I think it's time to move on from this microwave talk.
I think so.
Should Eminem do a commercial with M&Ms? That would be the best Super Bowl commercial of all time.
How has that not happened?
That's what I'm thinking. Eminem should just be like, yo, honestly. Eminem, we'll pay you $1 million or $2 million, and then let's get you on a Super Bowl commercial. That would be crazy.
I don't know why.
That would be so smart for them.
I'm sure it's been discussed. There's no way it hasn't.
100%.
Well, they've been doing rebranding stuff right now. I feel like right now is the best time for them to do it.
Yeah, I feel also older Eminem wouldn't want to do it just because. But now a more mature him.
I think he would.
Just an older, more mellowed down would be
sure.
He would see the entertainment and the value in that. That'd be sweet.
I'd like to see him make a song about M&Ms when he does it.
Now you're asking for too much.
No.
Now you're asking for too much.
I think that'd be so much fun.
Hey, fun fact: one of my coworkers actually grew up in the same neighborhood as Eminem.
Really?
And outside of Detroit or something.
I
can't remember what the town is, but yeah.
That's sweet.
That's cool.
Your coworker's a baller. So, Lane, you don't know about this, but last episode we talked about honking your horn. Okay? We asked how long would it take for you to honk your horn at somebody at a traffic light, or just in general, what does it take? Okay? I said it would take, if I'm at a stoplight, upwards of 10 seconds, kind of.
Like if the person in front of you doesn't go.
Yeah. Brandon
I said,
he would wait
I'll tell him. I said, this is because I'm so nice. I would wait until the next light cycle.
Yo, that's crazy.
I know, that's
No
what
way.
I said.
I'm thinking like if the light turns green, 4 or 5 seconds.
Okay, yeah.
Because like that means you haven't looked at the light in 5 seconds, and that's not good driving behavior.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, actually. I was thinking about it more when I was driving over the week, and I was like, okay, how long is 10 seconds? Like, when I'm behind the wheel, what is 10 seconds? And my 10 seconds I was talking about last week is more like 7. But then at like that 5-second mark, I'll start hovering my hand over it.
For
like,
sure.
you're really going to make me honk right now
Yeah.
in front of all these people?
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, I totally agree with that.
I actually have a story that like works with this. So last week, I'll make it quick, but last week we were at a stoplight and there was a car in front of us coming home from work,
Okay.
and car did not go on the green light. We honked, still didn't go. Lady sticks her head out the window. Oh, go around us. And this is like a highway intersection. Like there's cars piled up behind us. So we get around her, pull off to the side of the road, figure out the car died. So next thing you know, we're pushing a car
Oh, boy.
into the Quick Trip parking lot while
Okay.
like on a highway while the light's green. No, don't drive. Stop. We're pushing the car's broken.
Yeah.
Like 3 of us.
Wow.
Yeah, this was like last Thursday.
Wow, that's exciting.
No.
Love it when that happens.
I guess.
Love it when that happens. I had that happen to me at you ever driven in Reedsburg?
Not in a while.
Okay, so there's a stoplight by the Walgreens in Reedsburg, and it's an awful stoplight. And I drove up to it. This was a couple of years ago. My car died, and I was like 3 cars back, and it was a long line.
Mm-hmm.
While we were stopped, it died, and I couldn't get it to start back up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, yeah, it's like I got out of the car, put my hazards on, started waving people out. Sorry, my bad, wave them around. And then by the time I got the line that was behind me out, I started just pushing it around the corner. It was awful, dude. It's the worst time. It's not what you want.
No.
But anyway, Mark said, this is like my guy who's not my guy. Brandon knows Mark. Based on the honking situation. He said, I guess it depends on the situation. Someone at the stoplight not paying attention, give them a quick beep, like a hey, heads up, pull it out in front of them. When you know no one is behind you, longer to let them know that they're a asterisk.
Got it.
Yeah. And Jude, also Brandon's guy, says, I think that car horns, not harcorns, car horns should have a nicer sound instead of that aggressive sound. Like it should be an R2-D2 noise.
Ooh, well, like on the Teslas, you can change the horn.
I saw
You can.
that. Dude.
Yeah, dude.
That's crazy.
I have some great ideas.
Okay.
Nothing comes to mind right now. But I've definitely.
Those are the best kinds of ideas.
I've definitely thought of it in the past, like when I hear something.
I actually really like this idea.
Actually?
R2-D2 specific or not, I don't really care. But the fact of it being less aggressive is the part that I agree with a lot.
For sure.
I think it should not be less aggressive.
Okay.
I think it's perfectly toned as it is. Because like you said, like it's like, hey, you're not doing your due diligence as a driver.
Mm-hmm.
Look alive, dude. I'm not trying to play some Star Wars noise at
Yeah, because instead of being alerted and like
they're
gonna be like, "Oh, cool, Star Wars."
I'm like, oh, what's that?
Yeah.
Where's R2-D2?
And then they're just gonna get more mad.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not
more
gonna.
more Star Wars.
I'm not gonna react the same. More Star Wars.
More
Just crank up the R2-D2.
Dude, but this would be a perfect situation, like, on my horn. I'd honk back, and I'd have, like, the Roger Roger droid.
Oh,
So they honk at me, and I go, Roger Roger.
like
you know what I'm saying?
Like you're acknowledging. That's awesome.
You have an acknowledgement horn and
Yeah.
a hey, look alive
And,
horn.
yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
I
They
like
honk at
that.
me, hey, look alive, and I go, Roger Roger.
I like that idea actually.
Yeah.
Like your steering wheel's split in half. Then
Mm.
one side's the
Hey!
and the other side is sorry, dog.
Yeah,
Like, that's what it is.
Or like when you're driving past your neighbor's house, like the "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah, like
the nice horn.
Yeah,
For sure.
like the hey, my guy.
New
Yeah.
Tesla update coming soon.
Tesla update. I think this should be everything, man, not just Tesla.
It'll be the first though.
Yeah,
Is it?
probably.
Is it legal to actually, like, have that horn engaged when you're driving in normal traffic? Because I know they have a lot of laws on, like, customization, stuff like that. Like, you can use it when you're parked and things, but not when you're actually moving around.
You would think it depends on what it is.
Yeah.
The Tesla horn, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, the Tesla horn.
I don't think it depends on what it is. I think it's just, like, I would imagine, like, you're not, that's just obnoxious and more distracting on the road, I feel like.
Well, it's not as bad as like those multicolored Ford F-150s that have the train horns put in them.
Oh my God. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, man.
Sounds like a fruity vehicle.
It'll wake you. It'll wake you up, that's for sure.
Okay. How long are you saying that you're going to be up with that Monster?
Monster in the system.
You're drinking that right now. It's 7 o'clock at night.
I could fall asleep at probably 9:15.
No shot, dude.
Yeah.
I would be losing my mind.
There have been nights where like I'll have a Monster while I'm like playing games with the boys.
Yeah.
And then just like get bored and decide to go to bed and like sleep like a half hour after I'm done with my Monster. Sometimes it's like, it's a little hard to go to sleep, but it works. It's weird.
Whoa.
But it's not like it doesn't affect me at all, because it does. But
Yeah,
it's like I can just like shut it off and go to sleep.
You just process it so fast?
Maybe.
Is Monster a pretty normal occurrence for you in your diet?
No, it's a once in a while.
What about
That's
just,
shocking to me then.
Caffeine in general?
Caffeine is, I mean, when it'll either be a Monster or like an energy drink, or it'll be like I have like this energy formula I mix with water.
Yeah.
And that's what I take to work.
Yeah.
But you have like one of those things like every day?
If I need it. Or it'll be like some caffeinated tea in the morning.
Huh.
But yeah. It's not like I'm dependent on it. I just like it. It helps.
Dude, if I drank that right now, it's 7 o'clock, right? I would not be able to fall asleep until like 1:30, 2 a.m.
That's crazy.
My body does not burn it off fast.
Yeah,
like
man.
the last time a day that I'll drink caffeine is like at the latest 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Really?
Yeah. Even like a cup of coffee, just
Right.
a cup of black coffee, no later than 3 o'clock.
I guess, man. I mean, I got friends that drink caffeine to help them sleep. And it must be like an ADHD thing or something.
Yeah, that's an ADHD effect.
Yeah.
But it's hard to imagine.
Right?
It's just hard to imagine.
It's
when you're
complete
not in that
opposite.
position.
It's weird.
Yeah. All right, Brandon, what are we doing, man?
We're bringing back 50-50 again.
Mm-hmm.
And this week we're doing some music genre category.
Yeah.
And so we got 8 options to choose from again. We got rock, pop, hip-hop, country, EDM, R&B, alternative rock, and electronic.
And for people who don't know how this works, it's really straightforward. It's called 50-50 because we keep 50% of the options. We cut 50% of the options. So we have 8 options relating to music right now. Music genres, to be more specific. And we get to cut half of them and keep half of them and see where we're at afterwards. Pretty straightforward.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Who's going first in this situation here, since we got 3 people going?
You?
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that. All right. So I'm a huge music lover.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this has happened to me on every 50-50. I've said that I like a majority of the things. So it's...
I do want to point out also, all 3 of us are.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that is very true.
That's why we're doing
all 3 of us are very big into music.
Yeah.
Right out the gate, my favorite music genre is on this list. I'm going EDM, keeping it.
Okay.
Keeping it right there. And inside of EDM as a genre, there's so much subgenres too, and so there's so many different ways you can go with it. But just as an umbrella, I really love EDM.
For sure.
It's solid, man.
I don't know how Eli feels about this next one. I know I might get a bit of hate from Lane. I'm dropping the country. Taking that one out.
I don't mind that.
I don't judge people.
That's the nicest way of saying I don't like that.
No, dude, that's like the most judgmental thing I think you could
No,
say.
I'm not judging anybody.
I'm not judging them. I'm not.
No, it's all good.
I'm cutting country.
It's all good.
There's some country that I like, but in the purposes of this list, not making my list.
Okay.
All right. Moving on to another one to keep. I'm going to keep rock. Just straight up rock.
Ooh.
Absolutely. I love the different instrumentation and stuff. I really like live rock, like going to a concert and feeling it and listening to it.
Absolutely.
I'm a huge... I like performance music too. right? And so going to a concert and actually seeing the talent and that kind of thing is really cool.
That might be some of the best music to watch
Mhm.
live, I feel.
Totally.
That
Super
and
high energy.
Honestly, country's up there too.
They
in
put
that
on
regard.
good shows, man.
They really do.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking other genres, but those two genres really put on good shows.
For my next one to cut, I think I'm taking out R&B. Just not as big in my selection, I guess. If you were looking through my playlist, not as much R&B music in there, I guess I would say. Now, I probably got music from all these genres, to be honest, but you know. Next one to keep in hip hop.
Ooh.
Just start getting the cool lyrics coming in and more of an art form on that side of things.
Faux shizzle.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, dog.
I just fully cringed.
Yeah, a little bit. It's all good.
I love it though. Man, I don't got a whole lot to say about it, man. I just like hip hop. And for here's where I start getting a little bit upset about what I'm taking out here. I think the next one I'm going to take out, some of these are so similar to each other, but I don't want to have multiple same thing. I'm going to take out alternative rock.
Ooh.
Drop in alternative rock.
That one hits me, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I feel, I don't know, again, same reason, just not as big of a presence in my listening habits, I guess.
Okay. Why? I don't know. What is it about some of the genres that you've cut already that are different from the ones that you've kept?
I think the main thing is just, to be honest, it's just exposure for me. Okay. Because I listen to a lot of music. As you guys know, and some people know, I grew up in a very music-centered household. My dad has been a DJ for 20 years. And so I've grown up listening to like every single genre of music that there is. And so based on that, there's some where it's just I heard it so much over and over and over and over that I just can't stand to listen to it on my own. And so one of those is country. The reason that I cut it is because I've listened to it so much. And so I think I kind of say the same thing for some of these other ones too. But whereas why I like the EDM, for example, I feel like it's not as mainstream.
Okay.
And so for me, it's kind of a route that I can go that I didn't hear as much growing up. It's kind of more my own thing.
It's new and exciting for you in a way.
Yes.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's a good take.
Now, I'm sitting here between pop and electronic.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm seeing electronic to almost be falling under EDM a little bit.
Yeah.
And in some situations, I guess it kind of depends on how it's produced. But there is quite a few pop songs that I do like. There was a time where I was like, I absolutely don't like pop, only because it's very trendy.
Yeah.
And I think I've talked about in the past, I don't like the trends.
Mm-hmm.
Not a trendy guy.
Not really. I don't think any of us here are.
Excuse us, dude.
Hey, man, you just joined TikTok. What are you talking about?
Dude, our podcast on TikTok, make sure you go follow.
That was your push, too. Look how trendy you are.
You're welcome.
You know how to use the TikTok editor. I don't know how to use that crap.
Let me finish what I was saying here. I started out by saying I used to not like it that much.
Oh, my bad.
Right?
My bad.
As of recently, there's been a lot of pop music that I like a lot more.
Ooh.
And
like
so,
what? You a Dua Lipa fan, dude?
Ooh.
That's not a go-to, but if I listen to it, I can get into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Lil Nas
sure.
X. It's Brandon's guy.
Sure, we don't got to go into specifics on that.
All right, I'll stop.
Give me some Old Town Road up in here.
Oh, man.
Brandon's...
Now, okay,
so I'm cutting electronic. I'm keeping pop. So all together, you got rock, pop, hip-hop, EDM. I cut country, R&B, alternative rock, electronic. Now, if I'm being honest right out the gate here, if I'm just sitting down chilling, I'm going to listen to any of these.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. I can go to any song in any of these. But if I had to pick, those are my 4.
That's awesome. Sweet. I was going to say that that's a good 50-50, but I don't think there's a bad one.
Right.
I don't think you can screw up, really. It's just...
Not really. Not from this, anyways.
More enlightening than anything.
For sure.
I'll go next, and we can leave guest for last on this one.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm going to start by cutting what you kept. I'll cut pop.
I understand.
I like it. I don't hate it, but it's not ever something I go to turn on my phone. And when I think of genres that I think of playlists that I have. I have a pop playlist.
Yeah.
But you know how you guys both use Spotify, right?
Yep.
Okay, I use Apple Music. Something that Apple Music does is if you haven't played a playlist or a song for a certain amount of time that was downloaded, you have the option to automatically remove it. So I have that. I'm pretty confident my pop playlist is mostly been automatically undownloaded because I don't listen to it that regularly. Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm gonna remove pop straight out of the gate.
I respect that. I do.
And I'm also going to continue to remove ones that Brandon chose.
This feels like a personal attack now.
Just for the time being, don't worry.
Okay.
I'm gonna remove EDM.
Okay.
And this is probably a personal attack on both of you. And I don't hate it. My EDM playlist that I have, or dubstep to be more specific, playlist that I have, most of those songs are probably still downloaded.
Mm-hmm.
But when I go to listen to it, it's because I'm probably working on something. Physical work on something.
Yeah.
I don't ever...
Kind of a background music kind of thing?
Background music in a setting where I am doing physical labor.
Gives you that motivation.
Yeah, it's just it's an extra drive. It's either that or hip-hop in that setting.
Okay.
But that's the only time I listen to EDM for the most part. I'll rarely turn it on when I'm driving, and I never turn it on any other time. So that's why I'm removing it. I don't hate it. Just not up there for me. With that being said, I'm going to keep my favorite music genre in hip-hop.
I saw that one coming a mile away.
It should be a given at this point. I brought up Macklemore in the last 2 podcasts.
Yep.
I'm bringing up another artist later. It's just I'm addicted to it, man. It is just so good. There's so many hip hop is cool and it's similar to rock, and I'm gonna keep rock too. So I'll morph both of these into the same one. But it's so special in the way you can combine it with almost any other genre and it's still hip hop or it's still rock.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? If you give me a rock song, you can rap over that rock song, right?
For
If you give me a rock song, you can get a nice little melody solo in that rock song. You give me a hip hop song, you can have a hip hop jazz type song, like an R&B hip hop type song, a dubstep EDM type song. It all mixes into hip hop. It all mixes into rock. And realistically, you go down that line, hip hop mixes into rock. If I'm really getting historical with it, but I'm not trying to. We're a science podcast, not a history podcast. Okay, this isn't social studies, all right?
Well, I know over time, genres have kind of shifted.
They have.
There's different genres started out completely different sounded than they are now. So, I totally get that.
Every genre.
Mm-hmm.
Every genre ever. So far I've cut, what have I cut? I cut pop. I cut EDM. I kept hip hop. I kept rock. That leaves me with country, R&B, alternative rock, and electronic. When I think of electronic, I think of disco. And disc can go in the trash.
I love it.
Did you write that before we started?
I did not. I just thought of it. I'm on fire,
gosh.
dude. I'm cooking right now. I'm feeling
That's beautiful.
Exactly.
Respect.
That's why I like hip hop.
Exactly.
I got bars, dude.
Awesome.
Bars, okay? Getting rid of electronic. Because, like I said, when I hear electronic, I'm like, why you listen to disco music? And I'm not hating on it. I've listened to disco music.
Mm-hmm.
In high school, I had a freaking playlist of disco music. That was my, my schoolwork. If we're in class, I put in an earbud or something. I'll listen to some disco music.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm dead serious, too. But yeah, I'll cut electronic. I'll keep alternative rock.
Okay.
I just love it, dude. I don't have anything to say about it. It's something that's grown on me more, rock and alternative rock, in the last 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
But like if I don't think if I had to keep I look at this list like, okay, I have these 8 genres of music. I'm pretending like these are the only ones in the world right now. What ones can I not live without? And hip hop, rock, and alternative rock are all there, like now at this point, which is big because it wouldn't have been like that if you asked me like 3-4 years ago or whatever. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut country.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm on your side. See, I said I wasn't ripping on you for that long. I'm cutting country. Yeah, man, I don't have a lot to say about it. I'm sorry to you,
No,
Lane.
you don't gotta apologize. I'm not judging.
Okay, fair enough. I feel like that's also something. If you asked me 3-4 years ago, I would have kept it.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, I think was part of the music change with like bringing in rock and alternative rock into my life, especially alternative rock. I think that filled that gap for me a little bit with country. It was like, okay, I got alternative rock now. I'm fading out of country a little bit in that regard. Like it just took its place for me for the most part. So I'm gonna cut country, and that leaves me with R&B. I'm gonna keep that, dude. That's just
solid.
That's just a mood. Some rhythm and blues.
Yeah.
That's the biggest mood of all time, man. Put me on that when I'm going to work in the morning. Like I get in the car first thing in the morning. Oh my God. That's just setting my day up for like just feeling different. I don't play it all the time, but like once a week. Ooh. Ooh. Jazz isn't on here, but I would have picked jazz over R&B in that regard.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think we're going to have to revisit this again because there's so many other genres we could talk about.
It's ridiculous. We could go into subgenres of genres.
Mm-hmm.
It's it's crazy. But that's where I'd go. I'd keep rock. I'd keep hip-hop, R&B, and alternative rock. And I'm ditching pop, country, EDM, and electronic.
Damn.
What do you got, Lane?
All right. So I'm going to start with a couple cuts here.
Okay.
First, I'm going to cut pop. And now, disclaimer, I don't mind all these genres.
Right.
I'll listen to any of them if they're on. I'm not picky.
Just like me, man.
Yeah, for sure. But I feel like pop is not as good as it used to be. Like, if you go back to, like, the early 2010s when we were growing up and we would listen to the radio, man, that was the good stuff for me. But just nowadays, I don't know, it just doesn't hit as good as it used to.
I'd say even mid-2000s.
That too, yeah.
This is something I've thought about a lot. Not for this specifically, but when you think about that music, right? What artists, what songs come to mind? Like Imagine Dragons.
Imagine Dragons, like Usher.
One Republic, stuff like that.
One Republic for sure. Man, there's a bunch.
So when I think of that, right? Not Usher, but when I think of Imagine Dragons, One Republic, I think of alternative rock.
Okay.
Like that's
like Fall Out Boy too.
Like Fall Out Boy,
Yeah.
exactly. Like that type of music.
Oh, yeah.
I totally pick up on what
Okay.
you're putting down, but that falls under alternative rock for me, not as much pop.
I can
But
work
it
with
did
that.
play on the radio, so it was popular music at the time.
I mean, it was on those stations though. That's the thing.
that's the only thing that played.
right.
So I guess it was pop at the time. No, you're right.
Yeah. No.
You're
so,
right.
yeah.
No, I needed to verbalize that because that's
Oh,
been something I've thought about that a lot.
For sure. Yeah. But yeah. So next one I'm gonna cut is electronic for the exact same reason as Eli. I think of disco.
And disco in the trash. Yeah.
Now, see, I'll listen to it once in a while, like as background noise when I'm, working or playing games or something. But like, not a first choice at all compared to the other ones.
Yeah.
But now I'm gonna keep. I'm the odd one out here. I'm gonna be the odd one out for the 50-50 too. I'm gonna keep country.
Hey, that's all good.
Yeah, you're not judging me, right?
Dude, we don't judge around here.
I'm not
Okay.
judging. I'm not
This is a
judging.
No.
non-judgmental podcast.
So the reason.
Bogus. Bogus. Nah. I will judge. Just not Lane. I like Lane.
So the reason for this is because it's what I grew up on. My parents loved it.
Mhm.
They still do, and it's not as good as it used to be, but it's still good. It's better than pop in my opinion. I'm gonna choose it over pop to listen to.
I agree on that.
Okay.
I totally agree on that.
All right. Next, I'm gonna keep hip hop.
Hey, that's all three of us too on that one.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
And all three of us ditched electronic too.
Okay.
I don't think that one's a surprise.
Well, yeah, I guess so, but
yeah. So hip hop, I love it. You know, all aspects of it. Certain artists, you know, I prefer less popular stuff than the mainstream, but I'll still rock with anything. It's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah. Next, I'm gonna get rid of R&B. This one was tough for me because I do think it's a serious vibe.
It is,
It
man.
is, yeah.
It really is.
It makes you feel some type of way, and it hurts getting rid of it, but it's got to happen because I got to keep EDM.
Fair enough.
Let's go.
Yeah,
I knew that was coming.
You know, I got a big passion for this music, and a lot of people gave me crap about that growing up, but I don't care, man. I love how different it is. I love, you know, all the subgenres, and you know, you can listen
Same reasons as me, man.
Yep. It doesn't have to have lyrics if you don't want to listen to what someone's talking about. There's, you know, it's got no lyrics, and it's still like it takes you through some crazy journey.
Yeah, rock
really
can
is.
do that too.
Exactly.
Rock does that a lot too.
Yeah. So,
I know I was talking about the rock concerts, EDM concerts too. Just like
absolutely,
it's just a fun time, and the culture around it is just so good. Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's all right. So the final two, we got alternative rock and rock. And I'm going to keep rock and get rid of alternative rock. And this is because of all the different types of rock music. You know, if you go classic rock, new rock, metal, anything like that.
Classic rock is so good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, that's another thing. It's like it's I can any point of my life that I look back on, there's some type of rock music. Now, alternative rock is great, and you know, there's a fine line to where you know, can divide them, but
because alternative rock is a subgenre of rock. That's like it really is.
Right, but it's like the biggest subgenre. I feel like
it's massive. Like it has the most subgenres within itself.
This is why I voted rock versus alternative rock. I don't know if I said that earlier, but
You did not. Just letting you know, you did not. All good. Yeah, it makes sense though.
And when when you get those few artists and songs that combine rock and hip hop, I don't think there's anything better than that.
Oh yeah.
No, oh my god, dude. Okay, this is gonna bring me into something. Okay, I'm gonna run off of this. I'm not even gonna stop the recording right now. Okay. But so Linkin Park.
Oh my gosh.
Did so many good collaborations with hip hop artists.
Absolutely.
Okay. He did a published song with Busta Rhymes.
Mm-hmm.
He had a live performance with Jay-Z where they meshed Numb and something out. Like, it was just, he did so much, okay? And I just want to mention, I want to bring this to everybody's attention. Do we know NF, the rapper?
Of course.
Are you going to talk about his new album, his new song that just came out?
It came out 12 days ago. Yes,
Yeah.
I am talking about that.
I love it.
Dude, it is so good.
It is. I've been listening to it every day.
Have you heard this before, Lane?
No, man. I meant to listen to it, but haven't yet.
So it came up on my recommended, because I don't follow anybody necessarily very closely, but I've listened to a ton of NF. So it came up on my recommended songs, like new for you songs, whatever.
Mhm.
And I listened to it. I was like, dude, this song it's all over the place.
It is.
It is really all over the place, and it really tells a story. But it is the intro song for an album that he's dropping, and it's early April is the drop date for it. And I'm stoked, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I am so excited because when I think of NF, I connect him to Linkin Park
Okay.
in a way.
Yeah.
You kind of see where I'm coming from?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, NF is the Linkin Park of hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't think that is that bold of a take, but I think you really need to understand Linkin Park and NF and the two genres of rock and hip hop to fully grasp that.
Dude,
Totally.
NF was probably one of the biggest artists that got me into like lyrical hip hop.
He's so good.
Yeah, man.
He's so good.
That new song, I've been into music like this a lot lately. Like, it starts out so mellow and like slowly builds up over time till you get to the end of the song, and it's like feels like a totally different song.
Yeah, it has.
And I really like that
So-
feeling.
Yeah, if you like that feeling, another hip hop song, you might know it, is "Revenge" by Joyner Lucas.
Oh my gosh.
You know that song?
Banger.
Dude, there's no instrumental to start.
Mm-hmm.
He starts like the first 30 to 45 seconds.
Almost
is
a
all
minute.
It's
Yeah,
almost a minute.
almost a
Dude,
minute.
it is just straight lyrics, and it starts super mellow, it builds up, and then just
It's like
boom, it hits you in the face.
The enthusiasm in his voice just grows over time too. Like he just gets more energetic as he's going.
Yeah, dude.
And then it just
it's such a motivational song, dude.
It is.
Like if it can get you to do anything.
That whole
much.
album.
The whole album.
Album's amazing.
But that song fits in what you're describing perfectly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's what is it? It's called Hope. Is the album that NF is dropping, and that's the intro song title is Hope. So I'm really excited for. I don't know how much you guys care or anybody listening to this cares, but it's like the second or third song on the album because you can see the song names and the artist that he's working with.
Yeah.
He doesn't usually do collabs, but he has a collab with Corday for one of his tracks on there. And I am stoked. Corday is one of my favorite rappers in the last 2 years.
Maybe I'm dumb. I don't know who that is.
I don't even want to try to describe, but he is so good. His music is just it's so meaningful. And he did. Do you know who? What's his
Hobson.
Hobson.
Yeah.
He did. NF did a song with Hobson on his last mixtape, Clouds. On NF's last mixtape, Clouds, and it was a good song.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like all of NF's songs, right, so far have been like, that's a good song. Like I love all of his songs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's almost none that I don't like. But like it's not like something that takes it up higher. It's like, oh, that's cool. He did a collab with a really cool artist, and it's a good song. Like it's an NF song. I feel like this Corday collab, because Corday's flow, you don't know it, but his flow is so unique, and he moves at his own pace and his own tempo. Like it's gonna add a different layer to that song. I feel like I'm excited.
That's cool.
I am excited.
Should we let Lane finish his 50-50?
Should we recap? Yeah.
Did he not finish it?
No, I finished it. I can
oh, did he?
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought he finished it.
So yeah, for everything, I'm keeping rock, hip hop, EDM, and country.
Yeah.
And I'm getting rid of pop, R&B, electronic, and alternative rock.
That's not bad. Again, I don't think you can go wrong.
There's no wrong answer, but yeah.
I don't think you can go wrong.
You're one off from mine. We almost got the same.
I noticed that when you were going through yours.
Yep.
Yeah.
What was the difference?
I picked pop instead of country.
Oh, yeah.
But if I had to take it back, I know I can't anymore, but I might take alternative rock over pop.
To be honest, if I didn't keep country, I would have kept R&B.
Dude, R&B is so nice, man. It's so nice.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't have anything to say besides it's so nice.
It is.
Like, when I'm listening to it, I'm like, oh, this is so nice. Like, this is exactly what I needed right now. And I don't get that with, like, pop or anything. So that's why I chose R&B over that. Hey, Lane.
Yeah, what's up?
Would you rather double your height and you can't lose it? I mean, you know what? Yeah. Would you rather double your height and you can't lose it? Or double your weight and you also can't lose it?
So if I'm doubling my height, I keep my same weight?
Who?
If I double my height, am I keeping the same weight?
Okay, let me hold up. I've confused myself. Let me reword the question.
Okay, yeah.
Would you rather double your weight and you can't lose it? Or would you just or half your height?
Or half my height?
Yeah, that was the question.
I think you need some caffeine, bro. All right. Double my weight or half my height?
Yes.
If I double my weight, am I keeping my current height?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to double my weight. Keep my current height.
Okay.
Because I feel like I could be one really good linebacker if I was double my weight.
That's a good reason.
Because you're not losing it at that point. You're just converting it to muscle.
Right. And I'm not that short, so I could probably work with it.
Oh, snap.
100%. I did the same answer.
Double your weight?
Yeah.
Same reason or what?
For the most part, yeah, man. I mean, double my weight. I can. So I can't lose the weight in general, right?
Yeah.
But like theoretically, I could like lose fat and gain muscle.
Yeah, you could turn that weight into muscle.
So I could have the weight and muscle, right?
Yeah.
So I could just be like,
just
buff.
weight. It doesn't specify.
No one's gonna mess with you, bro.
So yeah, I'm totally doubling my weight then. No. I'm keeping my height. 100%.
this causes a problem
I had a feeling.
because I didn't think this through properly, and I was gonna choose half my height.
Yeah.
What was your reason?
My reasoning was purely on if I doubled my weight right now, okay, the lifestyle that I live currently would be dramatically changed.
Mhm.
Like, I'm a very active individual,
Mhm.
and it would be way more difficult for me to maintain that if I am first of all double the weight and also not able to lose it at all. Like I am at that weight or higher. You know what I mean?
I can see. I can understand that.
Like
Yeah,
I'm always moving around. I have to interact with kids and stuff on a daily, skiing, hiking and whatnot. Like it's just can't do it.
Yeah.
I can, but it's not to the same level.
Yeah.
And I'm really comfortable with the level that I'm at. So I was gonna choose half your height. However, I really did not think about converting it into muscle. And I didn't even think of that as an option. Like in my brain, I was just like default. Okay, I weigh however much, double the amount that I currently weigh,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm stuck there. There's nothing I can do about it. Converting it to muscle, there's a lot of opportunity there.
Right.
Even if you're not like a linebacker, you can do like world's strongest man competitions
Right,
and
dude,
stuff
that's
like
what I'm
that.
saying.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
guys are big.
They're massive.
Yeah, man. You like lift boulders.
Yeah, and bulking up for that would not be that difficult
No,
because
no.
you already have like the minimum that you're
Right.
set at.
Just got to hit the gym.
Yeah,
That's
I
crazy.
like that. I'll choose double your weight also.
All right, so there we go.
Yeah. That was a dang, dude. I'm shook because I was so set on half my height.
Caught you off guard.
Yeah, you
That's
did.
awesome,
I was
man.
like, whoa. Okay. ABC talk, baby.
Bringing it back 2 episodes in a row.
Did it last week. It's the best time, man. We suck at it.
We're gonna do better today.
We will. I'll quickly re-describe how it goes. We'll take turns. We have 3 of us this time. So I'll start with a sentence. And it has to start with the first letter of the alphabet. So A. So I could say apples are soggy, and then we would pass it on to the next person,
Look at this one.
and it would
I'm
start
serious.
at yeah.
He's got an alphabet pulled up.
Yeah, that's what I did too. I'm gonna forget where I'm at in the alphabet.
You have to like sing the song, find your place.
Yeah, exactly. A, B. So okay, I'll start in the middle, like Q R. But then I'll pass it on to Brandon or whatever. Brandon will go next, just like because whatever, and then Lane would go, cookies cannot be made of apples or something like that.
Okay.
And each sentence has to kind of somehow relate to the next one.
I like
Like
it.
we were talking about, I think Aaron Rodgers last week, and Brandon tried to sneak in Kit Kats.
Yeah, that was on. We got all the way up to K. That was good because before that we couldn't get past F. So
Yeah.
So yeah, we got to K, and I'm like, Kit Kats are cool too, and that was not acceptable.
So we lose if someone like can't come up with something, or
the person that flops is
Gotcha.
the loser.
Gotcha. After work, I went to the store.
Bought a cucumber on a stick.
Because I really need cucumbers in my diet now.
Definitely a healthy choice.
Everybody, I feel like, should have cucumbers in their diet.
Facts.
Dang it, dude! I can't think of anything.
Hey,
See, it's not as easy as it looks.
No, it's not.
hard. That went really smooth initially. I was like, are we going to get down like
No,
to O?
all right, now I'm determined.
Yeah.
You got it now.
I'm warmed up. We're good.
Dude, it's
You
a
got
hard
this.
game. It's a hard
yeah,
game.
for sure.
All right, start with Eli this time.
Yeah.
All right.
All keyboards sound the same.
Because they're basically the same thing anyways.
Can they all sound the same?
Doesn't everyone use a mouse when they use a keyboard?
Everyone does.
For sure.
Good mice, I feel like, are the silent ones.
Have you seen those one-handed keyboards before?
Interesting designs.
Just a question. Why would you want a one-handed keyboard?
Kmart used to sell keyboards, I think.
Last week, I thought about Kmart.
My favorite store used to be Kmart.
Nah, that's whack, dude.
OMG.
Personally, that Kmart K, special.
Questionable, dude.
Really? I don't think so.
Seriously, man. I'm telling the truth.
Talking to somebody who likes keyboards this much is kind of insane.
Usually, I like the keyboards that are super clicky.
Very much.
Wednesday is the best day to use a keyboard, in my opinion.
Xylophones sound better.
Yes, they do.
Zoos have keyboards in the office.
Does that count? Did we make it through?
Just count it, man. We made it all the way through.
Dude. We just
All
did
right.
26. That was crazy.
Let's go.
That
was
was
sick.
crazy.
Solid, man.
Man, we almost lost her on the last one there.
Dude, that last one.
Zoos.
I thought, dude, you should have said like zebras are the same color as a keyboard.
Could be. They could be.
That's what I was thinking you were gonna go
Man,
with.
I'm like, what starts with a Z?
It's zoos, dude. That was that was crazy.
Man.
I'm
Dude,
gassed.
Okay, these last 3 letters of the alphabet, X, Y, Z, why do they exist? There's like 4 words that start with those letters.
That's a good question.
You could have even done a name. You could have been like Zachary likes keyboards too, probably.
I didn't even think of names, dude. I need to start incorporating
Yeah.
names into this. That's a
That's a
idea.
good point.
I feel like
I agree
that's
with
like
that.
an easy backup.
Yeah, that's a good one. I didn't think of that.
You know what's bothering me all week?
What?
I was thinking about all of the words I could have said last week. Like when we got to the word, I'm like, man, I could have just said this.
Just dwelling on it.
I seriously was.
Took that personally.
Yeah, for real. For real.
We're going to do one more round?
Yeah, you got the last one.
Oh gosh.
All right. What starts with an A? I can't fail on the first one. All right, let's make it a little bit more tricky just because I feel like it.
No.
Yeah.
All right. Artichokes are healthy for you.
But are they good tasting?
Couldn't tell you.
Does it even matter to be completely true, though?
Exactly my point.
Frogs hate artichokes.
Golly gee!
Have you ever said that before in your life?
I have.
You took my turn, dude.
Oh, shit.
You didn't realize until now.
You took my turn.
I guess I did ask him the question. Or I guess, no, I could have been asking
I
you.
thought you were asking me
I
about
could've been-
frogs eating artichokes. Because no, I haven't.
All right, that's my bad. That's my bad. Should we do a redo on the third round?
Sure, just for fun. Why not, man?
Oh, man.
I'm lightheaded.
Man went counterclockwise on us. Jeez.
Yeah, for real. He hit that Uno reverse card real quick. That's what he did.
Dude, in my head, I heard Lane ask me a question, and so I answered.
but he was still playing the game.
I forgot we were playing the game, but I
You
was
still
playing it.
answered with the letter I.
It's like, wait, where's my phone? Oh, yeah, I'm holding it. That's right. You're trying to find the TV remote, but you're literally...
Using your phone flashlight to look for your phone.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those.
All right, do you want me to start again, or should we go back to Lane?
You should start again.
Yeah, you
Okay.
Don't do artichoke.
That was brutal. Had to go to frogs, dude. Frogs never eat artichoke.
Had to go into frogs.
What else, dude? Funyuns?
Oh, man.
Are we gonna make it to Z this time?
We're going to try. Right?
That was his question.
Here, let's try that again.
Cut.
Hey, the shortest.
All right, think about B. You know what I'm gonna say now. Is this cheating? I don't think so. Are we gonna make it to Z this time?
Best be the truth. Dude, I can't. I keep thinking about your response.
This game, man, is outrageous. I love it. Okay.
I'm like sweating from laughing. So
Yeah,
much.
dude, I'm red. I'm so red. Did I just lose? Yeah, I guess. Right?
Did you? I guess so.
Yeah, man. Are we gonna do another round? Or are we done?
I say we try one more time.
Okay. Don't do. Are we going to Z this
Yeah,
time?
don't please.
Okay.
For the
You're
third
confusing
game
me.
in a row.
All right. Aldi's is a good store to shop at.
But I don't think so.
Carrots from Aldi's don't taste very good.
Didn't you know that carrots from Aldi's like never taste good?
Eventually, you'll realize that.
Oh wait, no, that starts with a shoe.
now we can't even do the first like 6.
I was gonna say Aldi's for the first round. I was just gonna start talking about food that they sell.
All right. Well,
just in the conversation. About
I was just gonna go into the conversation. I just blanked. Oh man, whatever.
I think collectively we did better this time.
Hey,
we made
it through once. Yeah.
I can't believe we made it to Z and we couldn't even make it past the first line of the alphabet on our screens. Afterwards,
we're staring at the letters and still can't.
We didn't even make it to B. One of them. That was bad.
My goodness.
That might be a world record low.
I think so.
Gosh,
it's all my fault.
No, it's Brandon's fault. He didn't make it to A on the first.
No, that's right.
Excuse me, man. I made it to A every time.
I think we all made mistakes there. Pretty
God.
Bad ones.
Did you know? If I call you a yo-yo, it means you're a stupid or foolish person.
Really?
Yeah. It's a
Yo.
Yeah.
I've never heard that before.
Apparently, dude.
I like that.
I've never even is that I bet that's like an old timer thing.
Probably.
Some
I'm
old
on
guy.
Merriam-Webster dictionary right now.
Ooh.
And it's the third definition of yo-yo.
Eli, you're such a yo-yo.
Hey. That's not okay.
I'm gonna start using that.
Yo-yo.
I'm
like
probably
that.
not gonna start using it.
No, it's stupid, dude. You sound like it. You'll sound like a yo-yo if you start saying that.
Hey, each to their own though. You're good.
Don't bring a fun fact to this podcast and then trick me into using it, and then you're like, I ain't gonna use it.
That's right. We shouldn't have said anything and just let him start using it.
We should have, man.
Like,
You're
it's a great
sabotaging
idea.
me,
You should
man.
do that.
Yeah,
expand your vocabulary, man.
Yeah,
I'm
for
still
real.
gonna use it.
Brandon, do you want another word to expand your vocabulary?
I would love that.
Yeah? Give me 1 second.
One.
Perfect.
You're such
All right.
a yo-yo.
If I call you a Burke, you're a fool. And that's a British word.
Isn't a Birk a type of shoe? And like those sandals?
Like Birkenstocks?
Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's Birkenstock. They just call it Birk for
Okay.
short.
That's all I've ever heard.
That's like
Yeah.
the cool term.
Yeah.
Instead of being like, yo, I got Birkenstocks on and sounding like you're 155 years old.
Yeah, you
You're
say I
like,
got Birks.
I got Birks.
Birks, man.
Yo,
Yep.
dog, peep the Birks. Looking
Anyways.
pretty drippy in these Birks.
I ain't giving my opinion about this word. Not you ain't getting me.
He
twice.
likes it. He likes it.
He does like it, dude.
You're a freaking yo-yo, and you're a yo-yo.
Yeah, and you're a Birk.
I was supposed to come with a recommendation today.
Mhm.
I used it up on the NF conversation.
That's solid.
I have another music recommendation, but I forgot what it was. So if you want to give me a minute, I can find it on my phone. Else we can just skip past this.
Totally up to you, man.
All right, I'm finding it on my
Yeah,
phone.
find it, dude.
Give me a moment.
Technically, that's 3 weeks in a row for music recommendation. Even though you didn't really recommend Macklemore the first one you kind of did.
Oh, so this is what I was going to recommend. Lane, you've heard this from me before. We talked about this a lot, actually, one day. Brandon, you haven't. It's G-Eazy's latest album.
Oh, my God. I'm obsessed.
It's so good, dude. So,
I'm not on this album.
you know
You're
G-Eazy?
right. Yes.
Me, Myself, and I
Yeah.
Mean It, all
Totally.
that stuff, him and
Of
I.
course I know G-Eazy.
So his latest album came out in 2021 in the fall. And there's a like standard version and deluxe edition of it.
Yeah.
It is so good. Like I in the way albums get constructed, okay? It's called These Things Happen Too, TOO. It's his sequel to These Things Happen, which was his first album, studio album that popped off, put him on the map essentially. But These Things Happen Too. It's just dude, it's beautifully structured. There's like you feel like you're there for the ride the whole time. Like you are hearing a story. It is I don't know how to explain it. Just the way it is outlined, like you can tell it was meticulously put together. There are so many songs that have so much meaning to it that are so much deeper than a stereotypical hip hop song. Or like G-Eazy also, like sometimes he'll go a little bit West Coast Bay Area on you, just kind of do a bass heavy, 808 heavy, which there's nothing wrong with it, dude. I hate and I love those.
I've seen a lot of collabs on here.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
dude.
he
The
does
features are nuts.
His features are insane,
They're
dude.
so good.
So just like song examples that are sensational. When You're Gone featuring Lil Wayne. Wanna Be Myself. There's no feature on it. But
I love that one.
Dude, it's so
I listen to that one
good,
all the time.
man. Everything Is Everything. Origami. I, Me, and Myself. That one's amazing, too. I love I, Me, and Myself. Now and Later, featuring E40 and whatnot. That's E40 has a song. Can't remember what it's called right now. Old song. It's the same instrumental.
Is it?
Yeah, it's
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah, like that.
I didn't know that.
And then instead of and he flips E40 flips the lyrics on that part a little bit, but he's the one who's going yeah. And dude, it's such a good one. But other ones on here: Wicked Game, Bad News, Runnin' Wild, which is a sequel to Tumblr Girls 1, which is an old song of his from the original album. Gerald, The Announcement, At Will. Moana, which has Jack Harlow on it.
Dude, first like that song got me into G-Eazy's like new stuff. When that one came out as a single.
Dude, it's such a good song.
Oh man.
It's such
awesome.
a good song. I love anything
Super
Jack Harlow drums on for the most part.
Yeah.
Scars is my favorite one on the album. That is with a beatboxing beat on it. It is so smooth. It is a longer song. I think it's 4 minutes, maybe a little bit more.
I see 5.5 here.
5.5? Yeah, it's a longer song. But, dude, I love it. I haven't memorized. Like, I listened to it this morning. Like, it is sensational. And, yeah, it's not, like, heavy beatboxing, but it's light, and you can feel it, and it's prominently beatboxing on it. It's sweet. And Life is War. But that's, like, out of 29 songs, dude, that's most of them I just listed off. And, honestly, they're all amazing.
Based on these titles, I don't think I've heard any of these. Just seeing the titles of them, I'm gonna listen to this whole album tomorrow.
My favorite. I mean, they're all good for the most part, but my favorite is the title track, dude.
Dude, the title track is so good.
Yeah, man. See, this is like this album, along with like his 2017 album. What's it called? The Beautiful and the Damned.
Yeah, that one had him and I on it.
Yeah. Those two albums are like the best when it comes to this sort of like scene, like the more popular lyrical hip hop scene.
Yeah,
those are like my favorites, man.
Dude, I love all 4 of his main albums, but those two I totally see where you're coming from. Yeah, These Things Happen Too. That intro song, dude. That's another one. If we're looking at songs, like I said, Revenge from Joyner.
Oh, yeah.
These Things Happen Too is another one that it starts and dude, it's just like
you don't expect it, man.
Yeah, you don't expect it. It comes out of nowhere, and you're just like, okay, man, I'm here.
Yeah.
And it is how you want to wake up to an album, essentially.
For sure.
Like,
definitely listen to it in order.
Okay. Yeah, I totally
just
will.
Listen to it chronologically, like just 1 through 29.
Absolutely.
And then once you're done with that, you can pick and choose. But like, it's just an experience to at least listen to it one time in order. It's been since it.
I'll let you know next week what I think.
Yeah, it's so good. But since it came out in 2021, it's been the top album in my replays on Apple Music.
Yeah, bro.
Awesome.
It put G-Eazy in my top 10 artists last year.
It gives you a kind of more of an insight to who he actually is.
Yeah, I'm glad he's
behind
like
the
he didn't really sell out, which is good.
No, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
And he'll do some songs that are a little bit like he has a song Instructions with YG on it. And that's a little bit more like, okay, he's going for, but that's because that's where he grew up. Like that's West Coast Bay Area, Oakland, whatever type thing. So like that's who he is. It's not necessarily selling out. So it's cool. I love it.
It's not a science podcast. It's a hip hop podcast.
Now it's a music podcast.
I'm down.
The last few episodes kind of turned into it.
Yeah, now it's a music and science podcast.
It's rare to find people that don't like music though, so it's fitting.
That's what I mean. Like, it should be interesting to everybody.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about food. We talk about food so much, man. We had a thing at one point, and his guy Jude, he went through like our first, I don't know, what was it, 9 podcasts or something?
Yeah.
And all of them, besides episode 7, we talked about food.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang. I mean, it's kind of like a.
That's another thing. It just comes up. Right?
Mhm.
It's just when you're talking. So
It does.
It is what
It's like when you're making small talk and weather comes up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so how about that weather,
I know,
guys?
it's like, yeah, I heard it's supposed to snow tomorrow.
Exactly, man.
Really? I heard something else. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, if it does tomorrow, it'll be 4 weeks in a row.
Oh my gosh.
All right, man. Well, I think we're going to wrap this podcast. We've been recording forever, and I don't think we're cutting much of it. I'm not going to lie.
Definitely going to be our longest episode so far.
Oh, yeah, we're going to be
It's worth it. We had a guest this episode, so.
We're going to be over an hour.
It's cool.
Special length episode for a special guest, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, great time. I think I said this earlier. I don't think I've laughed this hard on any of our first 13 podcasts until this one. So,
yeah.
I'm going to put a poll on this podcast on Spotify. If you're listening to it and scroll down on Spotify, pick who you thought had the better 50-50. All three of us chose a different 50-50. Pick between either Brandon, Lane, or myself. Let us know who you think had the better 50-50. There's also open response below that. Just let us know stuff, man. We got people that are regular in there now. Mark and Jude, there's some weirdo trying to stalk me that I'm certain is somebody I work with and whatnot. So we're just chilling, man. We're having a good time. Get involved. Vote with us. Let us know what we should talk about and whatnot in the future. With that being said, guys, that's a great week. Have a good Thursday, everybody.
Have a good one.
Bye.